Hey, I'm going to do a little video of unboxing and my thoughts on a new dive light by Naughty Eye. So I'll show you what you get when you order one. You get two O-rings, and you get the actual dive light. And we get a manual, all right, and a battery holder and a lanyard. And inside here, you're going to find a battery sleeve holder. Okay, so let me get some of this stuff out of the way. You'll notice that you do not have a lithium-ion battery or charger in this. It ships with this and allows you to use 3 AAA batteries. But it also will work with the lithium-ion battery, 18650, and that's what the sleeve is for, because this is big enough to hold that, but it's a little too big for a lithium battery, which I have one. So you would take the lithium battery and place it in the sleeve to take up the space in here so it doesn't flop around on the inside. It looks like it might be big enough for a 26650, which operates at the same voltage, but I tried one and it's just not quite big enough, which is a shame because you could get a lot more juice out of that battery, have a lot more runtime on this. So let me move some of these things out of the way. When you put this in, if you're going to use it, you do it with the button top up, and within the case right here it shows you which direction to install the battery, positive side up, so with the lithium battery button top up, and it only works with button tops. I thought this light might work with a flat top battery because it has a spring on the positive side and a spring on the negative side, but I tried it and it did not work, so it only works with a button top. So if I take the lanyard and this out of the way, I'll go ahead and get this installed. Before we do, I want to show you that it's got 2 O-rings, and they come pre-lubed from the factory. The general fit and finish of this flashlight is really good. I don't see any blemishes, and I have more than one of these, and they've all come through just like this. No blemishes. Solidly built. When I engage that second O-ring, it's nice and tight and snug. There's no play at all in the shaft. Really well built light. At the end of the light, you have a button with a lanyard attachment. It's not a push button, I mean it's just a knob with a lanyard attachment. I prefer to do bolt snaps, so you can tie on a bolt snap there. The light is about roughly 5 inches long by an inch wide. Sorry about that, about 5 inches long by an inch wide. It's got a knurled finish on the back, so it's got a nice good grippiness here, and on the front, which I like, because when you're trying to unscrew it to change a battery, if your hands are wet between a dive, you can get a nice good grip. When you get the aluminum anodized finish like this, if it's all smooth, sometimes it's a little slippery and hard to get going. So let's go through a couple specs on this. I'll let you know what I like about it. It is a 650 lumen light if you're using an 18650 battery or 4.2 volt battery. If you use AAA batteries, it's a 350 lumen light. It's got a single driver, and it's a 10-degree beam angle. The stated runtime on it says it's 90 minutes plus 10 minutes. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm going to do some burn tests to figure out what it really is in real life. It's waterproof down to 100 meters, and I showed you everything that you get in it, so let me show you how it works. So it's got one button to operate. Around the button there's a clear cap. That cap will light up, and that cap indicates how much life you have left on your battery. So to turn it on into normal mode, you're going to push and hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2, on. It's kind of hard to see it because I'm outside. Let me see if I can put this paper up here so you can see it on the paper. So I'll do some tests in the dark where you can actually see the spread and the beam angle. It comes on high power. One more click is going to reduce it to 50% power. One more click is going to take it to 25% power, and another click is going to take it back to high power. You do a long push to turn it off, and then the next mode that it operates in is strobe mode. So long push, turn it on, and keep holding it until it begins flashing. So 1, 2, on, 3, it's in SOS mode. So you can see it's flashing, longs. And then if you push it one more time, it'll go into rapid flash mode, and you can just cycle back and forth between those modes. To turn it off, a long push will turn it off. Alright, so I'll turn it back on here, and you'll notice that, if you can see that, that's green. When your battery's full, it'll be green. As your battery approaches low, it will turn red. And when you're getting to be with really low, 10 minutes I believe it is, it'll begin flashing red. So once it starts flashing red, it will shut off in 10 minutes. The power is going to be reduced to 20% output, and you won't be able to switch modes. So you can run it 20% or you can turn it off. Those are your options. So I'll test that, see how long that takes to get to that point. Overall, I really like this light. Size-wise, it fits in my hand well. I got medium-sized hands, just average-sized hands. The grip lets you get a good hold on the flashlight. It's not going to slip out of your hand. This is small enough that you can attach it to your BC. You can shove it in a pocket. You have more than one of them as backup lights. So just really nice light. Really like this light. One more thing that it's got that I didn't mention is thermal protection. If the light approaches 50 degrees Celsius, I believe that is, yep, 50 degrees Celsius, it will shut off, or I'm sorry, not shut off, it'll reduce to 50% power so that it will protect the electronics in it. And it won't go back up, won't allow you to go back to full power until it's gone down to 40 degrees Celsius. So a nice feature to have so you don't mess up your electronics. I tend to, for that very reason, these lights burn hot. This one doesn't, more so than other ones I've got burn a good deal hotter than this. But I don't run my lights outside of the water other than for some quick tests like this. When I test them in a bucket of water. I don't use them as handhelds when I'm walking around and doing stuff in the woods and everything, because they do heat up quite a bit, and that heat's not good for the electronics. So to extend the life of my light, I use them for diving only. So that's the Naughty Eye NE 650 diving light. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.